all pray for Kodak.
The super gremlin rapper appeared visibly high as a giraffe's nostrils, and his bizarre behavior throughout the stream often left Kai looking like a deer in headlights. Yeah.
This man went from dropping platinum records and getting Drake cosigns to having random people stop him in public just to pray over him like they were scared he was fading away for real.
Hey, brother, can I pray for you real quick?
Hell yeah.
All right. Heavenly Father God, I pray for Kodak God.
1 minute Yak was running the rap game, the next minute fans were watching him spiral through addiction rumors, court drama, and public breakdowns that had people saying he was never going to be the same again. The fall off did not happen quietly either. Every meltdown played out right in front of the internet, and people could not stop watching. When Kodak Black showed up on Kai Cenat's Mafiathon 2 Twitch stream in November 2024, the whole vibe instantly felt strange. Fans had already been waiting for hours, getting hyped for the appearance. But the second Kodak stepped on camera, people could tell something was seriously wrong.
But not this bad.
It was bad.
He was talking in circles, jumping around with chaotic energy, pulling his shirt off out of nowhere, and struggling to get through basic sentences while trying to freestyle. Half the stuff he was saying did not even connect to what was happening around him. Even Kai looked completely caught off guard, like he was trying to figure out what was going on in real time. The chat exploded immediately. Thousands of viewers started typing prayers, worried comments, and messages begging somebody close to Yak to step in and help him. Clips from the stream spread across social media at lightning speed, and reaction channels started posting breakdowns within minutes. One viral commentator said Kodak looked high as a giraffe's nostrils, and that quote started flying everywhere online. People were not laughing the way they normally do during viral stream moments either. A lot of fans looked genuinely disturbed by what they were watching unfold live on camera. Then came the moment that really pushed everything over the edge.
The super gremlin rapper appeared visibly high as a giraffe's nostrils, and his bizarre behavior throughout the stream often left Kai looking like a deer in headlights.
Yeah.
Kodak reached into his pocket, pulled out what looked like a white pill, tossed it into the air like he was shooting a basketball shot, caught it in his mouth, and suddenly dropped to the floor right there on stream.
That was a glitch for the Twitch. Play the song, dude.
The room instantly went awkward. Kai froze up, the music stopped, and for a few seconds, the whole stream felt dead silent. Everybody watching was confused and alarmed at the same time. When someone asked what just happened, Kodak brushed it off casually and said, "That was a glitch for the Twitch. For the song, stupid. A glitch for the Twitch."
That was a glitch for the Twitch.
That explanation only made the situation look even crazier to viewers watching live. He brushed the whole thing off like it was nothing more than somebody bumping into a mic by accident. But the internet was not letting it slide that easy. That clip instantly turned into one of the biggest viral hip-hop moments of the year, and social media went completely crazy over it. Instagram comments, TikTok stitches, and Twitter threads all started looking like giant prayer circles for Yak. Fans were flooding timelines with messages like, "He needs rehab immediately. This is honestly hard to watch, and everybody needs to pray for Yak before something terrible happens." The concern online was real, and people could feel that this was way deeper than just another chaotic celebrity moment. But Kodak was not trying to hear any of the criticism at all. The very next day, he jumped on Instagram Live and fired back at everybody talking about him. Yak acted like the entire reaction was blown way out of proportion, saying he takes one perk and suddenly the world starts panicking. He claimed most of the people criticizing him never liked him anyway and were just looking for reasons to attack him online.
3 hours for bro to come out and does this.
Then things got even more shocking. To prove his point, or maybe just troll the internet completely, Kodak reportedly took another pill live on camera during the stream. While fans were practically begging him to slow down, he doubled down in front of everybody watching. And the scary part is, the Kai Cenat stream was not even the first moment that had fans deeply worried about him. A few months earlier, back in August 2024, Kodak posted something on his Instagram story that hit people way harder than any wild clip or viral meme ever could. There was no loud music, no crazy antics, no cameras hyping up the moment, just plain text sitting on a black screen. Yak wrote that he finally realized nobody cared about him unless he was paying for something, and admitted that he felt lonely out here. That message hit his supporters hard because it sounded painfully real. People were not cracking jokes or making memes that time. The mood online instantly shifted from entertainment to genuine concern for his mental and emotional state.
I pray that you just guide him in this walk, God. I pray that you just grow his heart more closer to you, God. I pray that you give him a fire, God. a fire for you, God, a fire to read your word, God. I thank you for this amazing encounter, God.
This was a man sitting on millions of dollars telling the entire internet that none of that money could fix the emptiness tearing him apart inside. Fans felt the pain in those posts immediately. Comment sections everywhere filled up with messages saying, "The little kid inside him is hurting. Prayers up for Yak." And "This proves money does not buy peace." People were looking at Kodak completely differently after that. Behind the jewelry, the fame, and the flashy lifestyle, fans started seeing somebody who looked emotionally exhausted and lost. And it did not stop with one rough moment either. Through 2025 and into early 2026, more live stream clips kept popping up online, showing Kodak acting distant, drained, and completely out of sync.
Amen. Hallelujah. Yahweh to you, sir, brother. Wowzer. Damn. Let me get a hug, bro.
In some videos, he looked heavily distracted, slurring words and struggling to stay focused during basic conversations. Other clips showed him staring silently into his phone camera for almost a full minute without saying anything at all, like his mind was somewhere far away from the stream. Then seconds later, he would suddenly switch moods completely, laughing one moment and looking emotionally wrecked the next. Fans started putting together compilation videos tracking all these moments, and the titles were getting darker and darker. A lot of them sounded less like entertainment and more like desperate cries for somebody around him to step in and help. The comments underneath those videos were packed with worried fans saying they felt like they were watching somebody slowly fall apart in real time. And then came the live stream moment that shook social media harder than anything before it. During an Instagram Live in May 2025, a fan brought up Kodak's relationship issues with his baby mama, Miranda Johnson, and the conversation instantly took a heartbreaking turn. Yak did not respond with anger or yelling. He completely broke down emotionally right there on camera. His voice cracked while he told viewers he had never truly experienced love before in his life.
Like standing up suddenly in the middle of the interview and just kind of swaying back and forth, my brain, like the part of my brain that knows what it feels like to get up, was like, oh yeah, he's on a good one right there.
"I never had it," he admitted while fighting through tears. Then the stream got even more emotional. The camera showed Kodak climbing into bed mid-live, crying openly in front of thousands of viewers watching in shock. People online said it did not feel staged or exaggerated for attention. It looked painfully real, and that made the clip hit even harder once it spread across the internet. Within hours, reaction videos and YouTube compilations were everywhere, all filled with comments saying things like, "This man needs real people around him," and "Somebody needs to check on Yak for real." What made the whole situation even heavier was everything happening behind the scenes. Around that same time, his ex Miranda Johnson had publicly accused him of being absent as a father and made other serious claims against him.
Well, yeah, I mean, usually if you get loaded, it'll last a good 2 hours, right?
Kodak's legal team fired back aggressively, calling the accusations false and defamatory. Still, the drama was exploding in public while Kodak's emotional struggles were unfolding online at the exact same time. And instead of stepping away from the spotlight, he seemed to expose even more of his pain to the world. There was no polished PR statement, no carefully written apology, and no team trying to clean the situation up behind the scenes. It was just Kodak Black sitting in front of millions of people admitting something painfully personal, that he had never truly felt loved before. The internet did not know how to react. People watched the clip in complete shock, trying to process how somebody with fame, money, and success could sound that broken inside.
I feel disrespect every time you say something about me. I don't feel disrespect. That shit ain't nothing to me, though. I don't.
For a lot of fans, it stopped feeling like celebrity gossip and started feeling way more serious. But one moment on the street probably hit harder than anything else people had seen online. A random fan walked up to Yak in public and asked if he could pray for him right there on the spot. Kodak agreed, and the stranger placed his hands on him while praying for protection, guidance, and for negative people to be removed from his life. The entire interaction felt heavy and emotional. When the prayer ended, Kodak's reaction said more than words ever could. The clip spread all over social media fast, but this time the tone online felt completely different. People were not reposting it for laughs or chaos. This was not another viral meltdown clip people joked about for entertainment. It was a stranger looking into a famous rapper's eyes and seeing enough pain to stop everything and pray for him in the middle of the street. Comment sections filled with "Amen," crying emojis, prayers, and messages from fans asking how things had gotten this bad for Yak. A lot of people said the moment genuinely hurt to watch because it felt so real and unfiltered. Kodak's reactions to all the concern over the years have been all over the place too. Sometimes he pushed back aggressively, telling critics he stopped getting high a long time ago and saying he did not owe the internet any explanations. He argued that he would not have made it this far if he was really the person people online claimed he was. According to Yak, only the people truly close to him deserved answers about his life. But then there were the completely opposite moments. The lonely Instagram posts, the emotional live stream tears, and the raw confessions that made him look deeply vulnerable in front of the world. Those two sides of Kodak seem to exist at the exact same time, and fans never know which version they are going to see next. One day he looks defensive and unbothered, the next day he looks emotionally crushed in front of thousands of viewers. But no matter where people stand on the situation, most fans agree on one thing. Yak clearly seems to be fighting some heavy personal struggles, and many believe the emotional breakdowns people see online may only be part of a much deeper battle happening behind the scenes. Because behind all the tears, emotional live streams, and heartbreaking confessions was an addiction battle that had been growing darker for years, and a lot of people had no idea how serious it really got. Kodak Black eventually opened up about just how dangerous things became during the worst period of his struggle. In interviews and public appearances throughout 2024, Yak admitted that at the peak of his Percocet addiction, he was taking around 40 pills a day on average. Then he shocked fans even more by saying that on his heaviest days, the number could reportedly climb as high as 100 pills in a single day. That confession stunned the internet because people immediately realized how close things could have come to tragedy. Kodak did not speak about it like somebody trying to sound cool either. He sounded regretful and painfully aware of how risky that lifestyle had become. Yak openly admitted he felt lucky to still be alive, especially with dangerous counterfeit pills and fentanyl concerns becoming such a major issue everywhere. He warned fans directly not to follow the same path, making it clear that the addiction nearly destroyed him physically and mentally. For a lot of supporters, hearing him finally acknowledge the depth of the problem made earlier viral moments suddenly look even more alarming. According to Kodak, the addiction spiraled badly after he was shot in the leg outside a Justin Bieber-hosted Super Bowl after-party back in February 2022. After the shooting, doctors reportedly prescribed him oxycodone for pain management, and what started as legitimate medical treatment slowly turned into dependency. But many fans believe the warning signs had been there long before that incident. Kodak had referenced pills, lean, and substance use in his music for years, and reports surrounding his time in federal prison suggested those struggles may have gotten even heavier during that period of his life. Then in December 2023, everything exploded into public view in one of the most talked about incidents of his career. Police—
What's your affiliation to Kodak?
I have no affiliation with Kodak.
What's your affiliation to Golden Acres?
reportedly found Kodak asleep behind the wheel of a Bentley in Plantation, Florida. According to reports from the arrest, officers approached the car and noticed white powder around his mouth area. Authorities allege that Kodak attempted to swallow substances while they were interacting with him at the scene. He reportedly told officers the pills were Percocets, although early field tests reportedly suggested another substance may have been involved. The situation led to charges connected to possession and evidence tampering, instantly becoming headline news across hip-hop media and social platforms. Things got even more intense once body camera footage from the arrest surfaced online. The video showed a shirtless Kodak sitting in the back of a police car looking disoriented and emotionally drained while officers questioned him. The footage spread everywhere fast, and for many fans, it became another painful chapter in a long series of public moments that seemed to show Yak struggling right in front of the world. The footage from that arrest spread across the internet fast, and people had strong reactions from every direction. Some fans were genuinely hurt watching one of Florida's biggest rap stars look completely lost in those clips. Others clowned him non-stop online with memes and harsh comments. But no matter how people reacted, the image stuck forever. Kodak Black asleep behind the wheel of a luxury car while allegedly trying to swallow evidence became one of those moments the internet never forgot. And after that, the public incidents just kept piling up. In July 2024, Kodak posted an Instagram video showing himself taking several pills on camera while casually saying he was about to glitch. The way he acted during the clip shocked fans because he made it seem completely normal, almost casual, despite all the growing concern around his health and behavior. People flooded the comments again, with many saying they were worried nobody close to him was stepping in to help. Then things got even more controversial in September 2025 during another live stream moment that immediately exploded online.
The gun. This is true. Where did you get the gun from?
Kodak went live on Instagram while driving on I-95 in Miami, shirtless and sipping from a bottle with a straw while rambling about random topics during the stream. Viewers were stunned because he appeared distracted and emotionally all over the place while driving on one of the busiest highways in South Florida. Clips spread everywhere within hours, and fans started debating whether the situation had crossed into truly dangerous territory. Later on, Kodak's attorney reportedly tried to downplay the situation, suggesting the bottle may not have contained anything illegal and claiming people online were overreacting. But by that point, many fans felt they had already seen too many worrying moments from Yak to simply brush it off as a joke or misunderstanding. The internet was already on edge every time Kodak appeared on camera. Then came another viral moment that reignited concern all over again. During a May 2025 freestyle on the Radar, Kodak referenced having a meth habit in one of his bars, and social media instantly exploded. Fans could not believe what they had just heard. Comment sections filled with people asking why nobody around him seemed concerned after such a serious statement was casually said into a microphone. Some listeners argued it was probably exaggerated rap talk or shock value lyrics, while others believed the line sounded way too specific to ignore considering everything surrounding him at the time. Kodak later addressed the controversy during an October 2025 live stream, claiming he had experimented before, but saying he was not actively using anything at that moment. He also complained that people online were constantly looking for something negative to pin against him. Still, the concern never fully disappeared. Throughout all of this chaos, Kodak reportedly went through several rehab attempts as well. One of the biggest came in September 2021 after a judge ordered him into a 90-day inpatient rehabilitation program following failed drug tests connected to supervised release conditions. By December of that year, he completed the program, and according to reports from his legal team, the judge was satisfied with the progress he had made at the time. Kodak eventually came back online, telling fans he was finally clean and sober, talking like he was ready for a fresh start. He spoke about getting back on tour, focusing on music again, and rebuilding his life with a completely different mindset.
Mr. PC, you check PC, my nigga. Nothing you rap is valid anymore, bro.
For a while, people genuinely believed Yak was entering a healthier chapter. Fans wanted to see him win, especially after everything he had already been through publicly. But that hopeful stretch did not last very long before cracks started showing again. By February 2023, reports revealed Kodak had missed a mandatory drug test connected to his legal supervision, and then reportedly tested positive for fentanyl during a later screening. The news instantly reignited concern online because fentanyl had already become one of the most feared substances connected to overdose cases across the country. A Broward County judge later ordered him into a 30-day inpatient rehab program. But what shocked a lot of people was the fact that he was reportedly still allowed to perform at Rolling Loud, California before checking into treatment. Fans could not believe the timeline. The idea that somebody dealing with such serious issues was still taking the stage at a major festival had social media debating nonstop. After the December 2023 arrest situation, Kodak jumped on Instagram Live and spoke openly about how bad things had gotten behind the scenes. He admitted the Percocet problem had spiraled way out of control and said he personally spent around $350,000 on rehab because he wanted to get better for his children. Yak made it clear he wanted people to know the decision was his own and not something forced by the courts. For a brief period, fans really believed he was serious about changing his life around. Then, in April 2024, Kodak publicly celebrated what he called major progress in his recovery journey. He told fans he felt happier than ever and said he had finally started taking his dependency issues seriously. A few months later, in July 2024, he claimed he was mostly sober and said he could now go several days without using anything at all. He even admitted he was no longer scared of living life clean, which gave supporters hope that things were finally improving. But then, November 2024 happened. The Kai Cenat stream exploded across the internet. The now infamous pill toss clip went viral everywhere, followed by Kodak's defensive Instagram Live afterward. And just like that, every positive rehab update, every recovery celebration, and every hopeful message about progress got completely overshadowed by one chaotic live stream moment that people could not stop replaying online. Later that same month, Kodak had another moment of brutal honesty that completely wiped away months of hopeful recovery talk. During a live stream, Yak openly admitted to viewers that he is never sober, and the statement instantly shocked fans who had been rooting for his comeback. After all the rehab updates, recovery posts, and promises about doing better, hearing him say something that direct made people feel like the situation was way worse behind the scenes than anyone realized. And honestly, fans had already started noticing signs long before that confession. During an earlier appearance on Adam 22's No Jumper podcast, the conversation turned uncomfortable fast when Adam brought up a previous interview where Kodak looked completely disconnected and out of it on camera. Adam described exactly what viewers had seen during that appearance and pushed Kodak to explain what was going on at the time. But Kodak responded by saying he did not even remember the moment happening. That answer alone had fans stunned because it suggested some of those public appearances were becoming a blur to him. Adam 22 kept pressing the topic too, making the whole exchange feel tense and awkward. The situation highlighted how often Kodak appeared visibly impaired during interviews and live streams. People online started treating those moments like they were almost expected at this point, which made the entire situation feel even darker. Around the same time, Boosie Badazz was publicly speaking about struggles involving his own son, Tootie Raw, and concerns related to lean use. A lot of fans noticed uncomfortable similarities between what Boosie described happening in his personal life and what the public had been watching unfold with Kodak for years. But things took another dramatic turn in March 2026 when Boosie suddenly went after Kodak publicly. Boosie accused Yak of having serious substance issues and claimed he personally witnessed troubling behavior during a studio session. The accusations quickly exploded across blogs and social media, especially after Boosie repeatedly insulted Kodak online and warned him to slow down before something tragic happened. One of the most unsettling parts of the situation was Boosie mentioning fears about dangerous substances potentially being mixed into street drugs, something that has sadly become a real concern in the music industry over the years. Fans were split on the public feud. Some people felt Boosie was speaking from genuine concern, while others thought blasting Kodak online only made an already bad situation worse. Either way, the comments added even more pressure onto someone who already seemed trapped in a nonstop cycle of controversy, addiction rumors, emotional breakdowns, and public scrutiny. And that cycle just kept repeating itself. Every time it looked like Kodak might finally be getting his life together, another controversy or personal struggle seemed to pull him right back into chaos again. But the substance issues were only one part of the storm surrounding Yak, because the legal problems hanging over his career ended up becoming just as destructive as everything else happening in public. Back in October 2015, right when Atlantic Records was seriously looking at Kodak Black as the next breakout star, everything started crashing into legal chaos. Yak was arrested in Pompano Beach on robbery, battery, kidnapping, and false imprisonment accusations after authorities claimed he forced people into his vehicle because he believed they had broken into his home. The timing could not have been worse. His music career was finally taking off, labels were paying attention, and the streets were already backing him heavy. But alongside the fame came nonstop legal trouble that followed him everywhere. Just 2 months later, Kodak was arrested again in St. Lucie County on marijuana and paraphernalia charges. At that point, fans started noticing a pattern. Every time momentum built around his music, another arrest or controversy seemed to pull him backwards. Then came the case that would hang over his career longer than almost anything else. In February 2016, after a performance in South Carolina, Kodak was accused of sexual battery following an alleged incident at a hotel. The case became one of the darkest and most controversial chapters of his career. In 2017, he was indicted with the possibility of facing decades behind bars if convicted. The situation dragged through the courts for years before eventually ending in 2021, when Kodak pleaded guilty to first-degree assault and battery as part of a deal that dropped the original charge. He received 18 months of probation under the agreement. Even with the reduced charge, the damage to his image was massive.
I pray that you just guide him in this walk, God. I pray that you just grow his heart more closer to you, God. I pray that you give him a fire, God. A fire for you, God. A fire to read your word, God. I thank you for this amazing encounter, God.
During the exact years he should have been building a near untouchable legacy in hip-hop, his legal troubles became impossible to separate from his name, and the problems did not stop there. Between 2016 and 2018, Kodak kept cycling through arrests, probation violations, house arrest issues, firearms cases, and court-ordered program disruptions. It felt like every few months there was another mugshot or court update making headlines. Then in January 2018, authorities raided his home after an Instagram Live reportedly showed weapons, drugs, and a child in the surrounding area. Investigators said they recovered a stolen firearm, ammunition, and marijuana from the property, leading to more charges, including possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Some of those charges were eventually dropped, but by then the damage to Kodak's public image had already exploded across social media and mainstream headlines. Then came the biggest legal blow of all in 2019. Right before Rolling Loud Miami, federal agents arrested Kodak on firearms charges tied to allegedly making false statements on background check paperwork while attempting to purchase weapons. One of the firearms later became connected to a separate shooting investigation involving another artist, although Kodak himself was not charged in that incident. He later pleaded guilty and received a 46-month federal prison sentence. That prison sentence pulled Kodak completely out of the spotlight during one of hip-hop's biggest streaming eras, right when his career could have reached another level. Instead of dominating charts non-stop, Yak spent years fighting courtrooms, addiction battles, public breakdowns, and personal struggles, all while the entire internet watched every move unfold in real time. And honestly, that is what makes Kodak Black's story so tragic and complicated at the same time. Under all the controversy, viral clips, and legal drama, a lot of fans still see somebody battling demons in public while trying to hold on to the career and life he built from nothing. If you made it this far, drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Kodak can still fully turn things around, or has the damage already been done? Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video so more people can join the conversation.